And now let's create our actual index. So to do that, just click on Add Index and let's call it Content Search. Again, you can call it whatever you want. I'll just call it Content Search. And then from data sources, select content. But you can see that most of these are entities, I believe. And then if you scroll down, you can configure a few things. You can specify which content types you want indexed, but we'll leave this all as it is. And we'll scroll all the way down and then make sure in the server section you select database and then click on save and add fields. Okay, now we get to the fun part. Well, the part that requires a bit of configuring. Now we need to tell Search API which fields to index. So here you can see under content, most of these are properties or custom fields on the actual content types. So we have authored by, body, comments, title, tags, published, image, language, and so on and so forth. And then if we scroll all the way up, we have these kind of general fields. Now, the first field we'll put in is this rendered HTML output. So just click on Add. This will index the generated HTML from a specific view mode. And the view mode we'll use is the search index view mode. And that works the same way as the core search module. So when Search API comes along to index all of your articles, it'll load up your pages and articles using the search index view mode and then index the generated HTML. So what we need to do here is we simply need to select search index from both dropdowns, and that's it. And then from the user roles section, make sure you have anonymous user selected, because if you read here, it says we recommend to use anonymous user here to prevent data leaking out to unauthorized roles. So if you have some custom code on your content types that allows editors or admins to view private data, well, then you don't want that stuff to be indexed by Search API. And that's why you should select anonymous user. But all of this can be changed later on. Okay. So now that we have this configured, click on Save. And let's just click on Done for now. And then we come to the proper fields UI. Okay, so this is where you can add extra fields and manage the fields. So let's now go ahead and add in a few more fields. So click on Add Fields up here. And then let's add in the authored on, so the created date. And let's add the authored by, so the user ID, and then you can actually drill down into entity reference fields, okay? So here I clicked on authored by because this is an entity reference to the user. And then if we keep drilling down, we can also index the name of the user that authored the piece of content. And then let's add in changed. So the last time the piece of content was updated. Let's also index the content type and also the published status. Here we go, it's right here. And finally, the title. Okay, and let's just click on Done. So let me just have a quick look at this. So we have authored by, the username of the author, the authored on date, that is correct, the changed date, content type, the status, and also the title. Now, from the type column, let's change title to full text, because what we can do is we can change the boost on this full text field. So let's change title to 13. This means that any keyword which appears in the title will get more value or a boost than a keyword which is returned from the rendered HTML output, because often clients want keywords in titles of articles to appear up the top in the search results. So that's why I have added in the boost of 13 for the title field. But again, you can change this later on. It's very easy to change. All you need to do is come along here, adjust the boost, re-index it, and then you can test it out, okay? So we can change this anytime in the future. Okay, let's just click on Save Changes. And here you can see that all content was scheduled for indexing. So every time you make a change to the fields, you have to re-index it.